guys aren't really trying to tackle. They're just kind of bouncing off me. And I think by the end of the game, it was the same thing. Start to finish, they weren't really interested in it.
I mean, would you want to tackle him? 6'2", 238 pounds, and built like a brick house. No thanks. But how about the stretch he's been having? Allen has rushed for over 100 yards in 6 straight games. He's averaging 7.4 yards per play every time he touches the ball. And in his first career start, he racked up 173 yards on the ground and 3 touchdowns in just 3 quarters.
I texted him when he was in high school, actually, and he had like a highlight tape, and I'm like, you're going to come play running back here. So, I mean, I knew that he was going to be a great running back.
There's some guys who are like, look like Tarzan, play like Jane, where they don't really hit, and then you watch him in the field and he's running dudes over. It's like, okay, that translates pretty well. I'll have a couple blocks where I'm blocking and I'll look over and he's just trucking some dude, and I'm just, this kid's 17 years old.
He's Jim Polzin from the Wisconsin State Journal. I'm Zach Hanley, and this is the Badger Blueprint. Now, Paul Chryst put it best Saturday, saying Allen's shown he has a chance to be special, Jim.
Yeah, I think the thing that stands out about Braelon Allen is he gets better every week. We've seen it week and week and week. He just does something new and shows that he truly has the chance to be special. I wrote this Saturday, though, I think the one thing he does is he has a chance to take your breath away and also hold your breath, because at this point he's the only established tailback left. An injury to Braelon Allen spells trouble for this Wisconsin offense because they just don't have anybody proven behind him.
The grit factor, he clocked in another big performance, holding the Northwestern offense out of the end zone. The Badgers finished with 3 sacks and 4 interceptions, and as the nation's #1 defense, UW is on a whole nother level when it comes to their play right now.
1 turnover, boom, all right, who's going to get the next one? So I think everyone just wants to make a big play and follow up and prove to everyone that, hey, I can be a part of this #1 defense. So I think I would describe it as kind of contagious right now.
You look at all those guys, I think they're trying to be the standard for the group with their consistency, with the production, and I think they're just feeding off of each other right now. It's a very confident group.
There's not much more Leonard can ask from this group. Everybody's making plays, feeding off each other, and it's not just Sanborn, Chanel, or Herbig.
Yeah, it's really, all 3 levels are playing well right now, and they have subs that come in and there's not a drop-off. I think the thing that stood out to me was Jim Leonard talking about how that first series didn't go well. Northwestern had a 19-play series, moved the ball down the field, didn't score in it because Caesar Williams had an interception, but coming off the field is usually where you make adjustments, and Jim Leonard didn't have to make many because the players had already talked through it themselves. It's a really smart group that knows what they did wrong, can quickly correct that, and move on.
If it feels like Adrian Martinez has been at Nebraska forever, it's because he has. Martinez has been a starter for the Huskers since he stepped foot in Lincoln. And against Wisconsin, he's played at his best. In the 2 meetings, he's thrown for 604 yards, rushed for another 146, and scored 5 touchdowns while throwing just 1 interception. And the Badger defense knows it starts and ends with Martinez.
It's a different animal, right? You're playing against a guy who can make extraordinarily explosive plays whenever he touches the ball, right? He can scramble, he can do anything.
We've had difficulties kind of stopping him and slowing him down in the past, so you know it's going to be a good challenge. He's a heck of a player, and it's going to be a tough challenge, but a challenge I think we're all excited for.
Safe to say Nebraska goes as Martinez goes. Jim, why have they had so much trouble slowing him down?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Jim Leonard kind of hinted this Monday about how they changed some things schematically since that 2019 game. So I'm anxious to see how they do things a little bit differently on Saturday. He's a good quarterback. The one thing throughout his career he hasn't really done consistently is win. And that's, if you look back at the 2 games with Wisconsin, he's put up big numbers, but Nebraska's lost both of those games.
I'm kind of getting a little cold feet about it. Last time, this could possibly be my last home game, but definitely think about coming back.
Still to come, it's senior day for the Badgers, where they say the only way they want to celebrate is with a win over the Huskers. Saturday will be a special day for the Badger seniors. It will mark the final time they'll run out on the field at Camp Randall. Now, the seniors do have an opportunity to come back for another season because of the COVID year, but for the ones that aren't, it will be a moment they'll never forget.
You got to do whatever you can to make it count. I mean, you want to end it on a good note. So that's my goal for this week, and obviously I've been taking it in every single time I've gone on that field.
A lot of decisions to be made for the seniors, but first things first, they have to play Nebraska. Do the Badgers make it 7 straight?
Yeah, senior days are always a little strange because the emotions, you don't know how they're going to come out. Are they going to be slow out of the gates, fast out of the gates? You never know. I think Wisconsin wins this game. You know, the Nebraska coming off a bye week does scare me to some degree, but this Wisconsin defense is rolling so much right now. I think 24-13 Wisconsin.
We agree again, Jim. The Badgers are rocking and rolling right now, and they've owned the Huskers. 7 straight wins over Nebraska. They make it 8 after Saturday. And that's it for this week's Badger Blueprint. For Jim Polzin, I'm Zach Hanley. Thanks for watching.